Hey guys, what's up? It's Trueflight here. We're back in the crew. My car's all smashed up already. It's been a while, and I just wanted to touch base on what's been going on in the channel and what's to come and what I'm trying to get accomplished. And first thing is, it's been a really hectic time for me the last few months. I haven't been posting any videos, and I apologize for that. My son had surgery, my wife had surgery, I went on a trip, it's been crazy. So things are starting to settle back down. I want to get back into doing more videos. Been trying to hook up with some of the other YouTubers out there so we can all get together and do some kind of event in game. Not necessarily a race, but just something fun. A while back, I was on another streamer's channel and we did a cool cops and robbers thing in Forza Horizon 3 where half the guys were in invincible police cars and half were in street racing cars, and they had to get across the country before the cops destroyed their cars. That was a lot of fun. And then way back, I was with Deja New and the guys there, did a cool video on that. Oh, I cannot drive. It's been a while since I played the crew. Also got a brand new controller today, so I'm kind of breaking it in. I used to use a wheel for the crew, but it doesn't work with Forza Horizon 3. They've made drivers for it for some stupid reason, so I ended up having to use a controller for that, and I just haven't hooked the wheel back up. Anyway, I'd love to get together with some of you guys out there to get together in game and do something. Not necessarily have to be a race. There's all sorts of things we can do. Just screwing around, cross-country trips, whatever. In the meantime, since it's been a while since I posted a video, I want to talk about the crew 2. Everybody out there has undoubtedly seen the trailer for it and the gameplay videos from all the guys who got invited to the Ubisoft HQ to check it out. It looks good to me. I like the graphics. I like the more detail on the map. I love the new sound effects. I'm a bit skeptical on a few things till I see more. Planes look pretty cool. I'll give them a try. Boats I'm really not all that interested in. Oh. Yeah, gotta get that feel for this game again. Anyway, as for the Crew 2, some things I really want to see them fix from the Crew 1 to the Crew 2. Number 1 is a huge one, and for some reason racing games seem to be the only thing affected by it. It drives me nuts. But players on a network playing with players off the network. Like, I can play online with my friends just fine. I can play on our network with my son just fine. I can't play on the network with my son and invite a friend. Either I get disconnected, he gets disconnected, or the other guy. You can never do 2 on a network and then 1 off. I'm not sure why. It's just not stable. And it seems to be a huge thing with racing games in general. Need for Speed World did it. Forza Horizon 3 does it. The Crew did it. And it's really obnoxious because it doesn't do it with first-person shooters. It doesn't do it with RPGs. It's just racing games. So way back in the late 90s, that was terrible. We had a problem with MechWarrior doing that. And it turned out it was some kind of DX porting issue, and you had to go in and forward a bunch of ports and everything, and all was good. But games nowadays, all that stuff's automatic. It shouldn't be a problem, but for some reason it is. And it's really annoying. So I want to see them fix that. The other huge one that's like a game changer for me is they need crews. In a game called The Crew, you can't make a permanent crew. You can do the pickup thing, you invite a couple guys from your friends list or whatever, or random people, but I want a set crew, club, guild, whatever you want to call it. Forza Horizon 3 has something that works pretty well. Have to get the hang of driving again. I never claim to be good at these games, I just play them. But yeah, I want a crew system where you can get together with your friends and make a club or a clan, you know, and compare your scores together, race with them. More than just a buddy list, though. I want points that we can build up like you do in Horizon to unlock things, and be able to compare our high scores and contributions to the clan and so on. Car selection is going to be another huge one. The crew, when it originally launched, had a crap choice for cars. They've since added quite a few, and it's better now. I really hope that they're going to stick with more like the level of cars they have now, and not go back to that terrible list for launch and release it all in DLC again, because that'll really piss a lot of people off. The other thing I'm worried about are the specs. The game does not go into detail in any of the things I've seen about the specs. I'm wondering if they're gone entirely. I like the performance specs, I like the racing specs, I like the street spec. Now maybe they're going to do that just through upgrades now. Instead of having a specific class for a performance car, maybe you can just tune your car to be a performance car. You tune it to be a drift car, and I'm okay with that. I just hope that they didn't get rid of that whole system entirely. The new map looks cool. I love the extra detail, the little shortcuts through the city and stuff. Over the buildings and whatnot. Those look really cool. They've expanded the rivers so that the boats have more terrain to go on. And that's all good. I really hope that they keep the player-created tracks and events from the Crew 1, from Wild Run, I guess they were. But I absolutely love the ability to design your own track. And it's not like in Horizon 3 where you pick a race type and pick a street you want to go on, and basically it builds it for you. In this, you actually get to set the checkpoints and everything yourself. Hopefully they'll expand upon that a little bit and let us have more checkpoints, or do multiple laps on a track would be nice. But we'll have to see what becomes of that. And I'm sure they're going to have DLC to add cars to the game, to add expansions along the line like they did with Wild Run and calling all units. It's going to happen. That's just the way the market is. But I hope they don't overdo it. And I'm sure they're going to do the whole season pass thing again. And what I'd like to see in those cases, though, is I understand, you know, it's marketing. It's how they make their money. I want to see them come out with like the car packs like they did in this. But then 6 months down the road, a year down the road, let people who didn't buy those packs buy those cars with in-game currency, or even like crew bucks. Right now there's cars in the Crew that were in those DLC packs that you can only buy with cash. And it's lame. I mean, I understand why they do it that way. The people who paid cash when they were new don't feel shorted. But at the same hand, they're nickel and dime you to death. If you buy all those packs to get all the cars, by the time you're said and done, you paid $60 for a game, another $30 for a season pass, another $40 for a expansion when it comes out. This stuff adds up for a game. For a game that when you all said and done, if they decide to pull the plug on the server, you can't even play anymore. It's not like the old days where you spent $60 on a game and you could play it anytime you wanted. You just throw it in, load it up, and you're good to go. These online-only games, you're basically renting the ability to play on their server. And when they decide to turn that stuff off, that's it. Need for Speed World was kind of an awakening to a lot of people about that. All the time and effort they put into building up their cars and their collections, actual cash spent on items and things in those games, and then one day they decide they're going to pull the plug, and that's it. The game's gone. And I know there's some people trying to revive that, bring it back, and I'm really interested to see where that goes, but even then it's, whoa, I gotta pay attention. It's fan-made, so I mean it's not going to be perfect. But, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at for the Crew 2. Can't wait to get into the beta of that. As I mentioned before, though, I am going to try to do more videos and start posting more regularly again. I apologize for the big long gaps in there. And try to find some games that people want to see. Still having some issues with streaming and broadcasting Forza Horizon 3. It does not like my recording software. So I'm in the middle of trying out something new actually in this video. I'm trying a new software to see if it works. If it works good and I like the way things turn out, then I'll give it a try in Horizon and see how that works. And hopefully things will work out. Hopefully I can get together with some of you other YouTubers out there and make some cool content. Try to post more regularly, get the subscriber count on this channel up there with my other one. And I do want to get into streaming more, just haven't had the time. So that's on the horizon as well. Anyway, I will leave my contact info in the comments below if you're interested in hooking up with me in game and doing something. I'll leave my YouTube or my Uplay name as well as my Xbox Live name so you can get a hold of me in those games. I also play a bunch of other games. My biggest problem is I don't play a lot of what's trendy and new. I play just what I feel like and what I think is fun at the time. And the brake button is different in this game than it is in Horizon. Good to know. There we go. Hopefully they can fix that weird lighting issue too. Whenever you go into the garage, since they added the new graphics to the crew. Whenever you go into the garage, the lighting is just absolutely screwed up. I'm going the wrong way. That's a lot of cops. And they're going to catch me. That's awesome. Go. And everything's really dark and dingy, and I hope they're going to take care of that lighting issue in the crew too. It looks like they're using a whole different graphics for it, so hopefully that won't be an issue. I can't believe that the crew 2 has been out as long as it has, and they haven't addressed or fixed that issue yet either. I have no idea where I'm going. I didn't even mean to pick this up. I didn't buy Wild Run, so there's only so many of these little events and things I can do. Or not Wild Run, calling all units. I do hope that if they have police chases in the crew 2, please get rid of the silly power-up things. Oh, I should have hit the highway back there. And, yeah, I hate these silly, stupid power-up things. It completely ruins the police chase part of the game for me. And, hopefully that's something that's going to be gone in the new one, and we'll have to wait and see. Hoping to get into the beta of that. And when it gets to a point where I can stream and record the beta, be assured that I will be posting videos for that as well. It's a fast cop car right there. Silly rubber banding cops. No way you could have caught up with me like that. Get off. Tried to take me out. Well, I was going to call it quits, but I think I'm going to finish this event here first since I accidentally started it. We'll get to the end, and then I'm going to call it. As I mentioned, hopefully I'm going to be posting a lot of new videos here soon. Oh, that was totally my fault. And you're going to see a lot more of me and a lot more of the games that I play. And hope to collab and do some videos with some other people as well. Looking forward to it, actually. Got plans to build a new rig here soon too, so we'll see how that works out, if it actually happens. I might solve a few of my issues as well. The current current computer I have, it's actually got some beastly stats to it, but has never actually worked correctly. It's had issues since I got it. I had a bad overheating problem for a while, and then replaced that, and the replacement one ended up with the same problem after a few months. It hasn't been nearly as bad as the original, but the price for using a 5 gigahertz chip, I suppose. And I'm sorry if that clock is obnoxious. I just using this recording software for the first time, so I haven't figured out my filters yet. So I don't know if it cut out the background noise, if you can even hear that or not. But we'll be interested to see that in the recording playback. Should probably get back on my side of the road. Which further do I get to go? Oh, it's just up here. Oh, brake, you stupid car. I'm gonna get caught right at the finish line. There, managed to get it. Alright, so we're gonna wrap it up there, and I will see everybody in the next video. Hopefully it will not be far away. And I'm gonna go try and mess around with Forza and see how this software does in that game as well. So, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.